Hey, welcome back to the channel. You guys know I've been doing a series of remakes and comparisons. And today is a TV series that I'm doing a comparison against. And I'm not putting these in a different category. I'm just saying that they're similar. So I say TV because these are on TV. These are not stuff that I watched in a theater. So, but still, they fall in the category of remakes and comparisons. So I'm comparing these two together because I really love these two series. And the first one is the X Files. The X Files ran between 1993. It ran from 1993 to 2018, and it was the longest running science fiction series in network history. Yeah, longest running series in network history. And Fox was the one that was the network for this. Fox was the network for this. The cast was Gillian Anderson, of course, and David Duchovny, and Mitch Pileggi. Those were the three main characters in this. And it had a Rotten Tomato score of 74% Rotten Tomato score. And 93% of people like this series. And I have fond memories about this because this falls in the the category it falls into is science fiction, horror, drama, mystery, thriller. Yeah, and all that in one. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys watched the X Files, and I really fell in love with the X Files. I remember when that X Files first came out, man. I was a lot younger. I was a lot younger back then, and I remember watching it, and I was like, oh, this is going to be good. And oh my God, was this so good. I have to say, for me, though, I think the first 6 seasons was my best seasons for me. Even though I watched all the rest of the seasons, but 1 through 6 was my favorite. But 1 through 3 was it just couldn't do no wrong. But I have fond memories of that because my daughter and her mom got married to a guy, and my daughter was 6 years old, or maybe 5, and she moved to a different state. And I remember giving that little girl a hug, and I was pretty messed up at that time. I was pretty messed up, and my daughter's mom got married to a guy, and they bought him a nice home out in a different state. They took my daughter with them because obviously that's what they do. And I remember giving her a hug goodbye. And every time I'd watch the X Files, I always think about my daughter because that's right when she was growing up. She was born in '90, so this came out in 1993. So she left. I think she left either in '94 or '5. So every time I would watch X Files, that theme song come on. I know this sounds weird. I always think about my daughter. I used to sit there and watch that because I'd be so ready to watch an episode. I always say, I don't know what that little girl's doing right now. But it is what it is. Now, the one that I'm comparing it to is another one that I love, and I got a different story with that one too as well. It's called Fringe. Oh my God, when Fringe came on, I remember going to work and I went and told somebody at work, I was like, man, I think I found me an X Files replacement, buddy. And he's like, what's that? I said, it's a show called Fringe. I said, man, I'm telling you, it reminds me of X Files. I said, it's not the same, but there's a lot of similarities. And I said, I think I'm on to something. And sure enough, I was on to something. And this falls into a science fiction supernatural drama. Yeah, all that in one. Where X Files was science fiction, horror, drama, mystery, thriller. Fringe was science fiction, supernatural drama. So I'm telling you, man, it was just, and the Fringe ran between 2008, it started in 2008 and went through 2013. It had 5 seasons. X Files had 11 seasons. And Fringe had a Rotten Tomato score of 90. Yeah. So X Files had a Rotten Tomato score of 93. Fringe had a Rotten Tomato score of 90. 79% people liked Fringe. And the cast was Anna Torv, John Noble and Joshua Jackson. And now this one's a little different. Now I remember I always thought about my daughter, but I remember getting into Fringe and I had gotten involved with a girl because it takes me a while to get involved with a girl because every time I have something go wrong with another girl, it takes me like a while to get involved with another girl because I just usually say, you know what, I'm gonna take a little pause, So I hadn't had a girlfriend, for a while, and then I met this one girl, and I was, I thought we was going to just, get married and everything, and then she ended up being a nightmare. And I remember I was watching The Fringe right around that time me and her was together, and I remember I had to, that breakup, I had to end up moving, and I was in such a chaos moment of that life, of that time span. It was around 2009. I lost track of Fringe. And it was right when I was getting into Fringe, but I had to move in with some friends. I mean, this girl and that's so weird because with X Files, I always wondered what my daughter was doing because that's when she was growing up. Because I missed that time of her growing up because she was probably around 7, 8, 9, 10. I did see her on and off when they brought her in town because her mom had relatives in the same town I live in. But no, I always just thought about it. But Fringe, I had that real bad breakup with this girl that I fell head over heels with, and it looked like me and her was gonna get married. Thank God I didn't. But it's funny how there's two different stories to each one of these things. But anyway, I bounced back, But yeah, that was 2009. I haven't dated a girl since then. I was like, no way, I got 2 nice vehicles now, I got a nice place, live in a great neighborhood. No, I mean, I got an apartment. I ain't no way I'm buying a house at this age. I'd be in my grave before I could pay it off. But it's so weird between both of them. I had my daughter, which I was like, every time that theme song come on X Files, I always think about my daughter. And then when I watch Fringe, I always like, man, that 2009 was a rough year, boy. It took you a while to bounce back from that. And I remember 2009, and after I went through that bad breakup, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to go out with a girl for a while. And then I did go out with a couple of girls just to see if I still had it. And I did. But I just said, man, you know what? I just want to start working out. And I went vegan. And, I just really, my life just started taking off. I had to work my butt off. But I love this lifestyle I have now, So I'm just giving you those 2 different stories. It's so weird. But anyway, to sum this up, this is a little long. Fringe went from 2008 to 2013, had 5 seasons. First episode was on September 9th of 2008. And then X Files ran from 1993 to 2018, and it had 11 seasons. And the first episode aired September 10th of 1993. Ain't that weird? First episode on X Files was September 10th of 1993. The first episode of Fringe was September 9th of 2018. And it both both networks was Fox. But anyway, travel down memory lane on 2 of those. But those are 2 of my favorite, TV series. I got a lot, but this is my remake and comparison videos. And yes, I'm comparing these 2 together because to me, they were very similar. Like I said, I went to work. When I first seen Fringe, getting ready, when it's going to be premiered, I went to work and told somebody, they said, man, I was at work. I said, I think I found another Fringe. I think I found the X-File replacement, man. He goes, oh yeah, what's that? You know how you talk to people, work about stuff. I said, it's called Fringe, man. I said, it's not the same, but I said, it's just, it gives me that X-Files feel, man. I said, I think I'm on to something. And sure enough, I was. So God bless, take care, and we'll catch you in the next video. We'll see you.